1 year ago, as the Eaton Fire tore through Altadena, people were forced to evacuate without a place to take their pets. Others were injured in the fire. But thanks to the heroic efforts of Pasadena Humane, many of those pets are now back in loving homes.
That very first day, it was just chaos.
Tom, a volunteer at Pasadena Humane, saw the flames of the Eaton Fire from his balcony, and he knew he had to get to the shelter.
Droves of people were just coming in.
We are on Altadena Drive.
With flames still raging through Altadena, people needed a safe place for their pets.
And then I would just watch families break down because their pet was the last thing they had to focus on. And then once I told them we'd take care of them, they realized they didn't know where they were going to go. They had nothing left except the clothes on their backs. And I would just watch families crying in front of me.
Oh, the whiskers are gone.
Pasadena Humane opened its kennels to hundreds of animals, many of them suffering from burns and in distress.
There was one dog, Rocco in particular. I still remember him coming in. He's all wide-eyed, drooling. You could tell he's just super stressed. And, I put a leash on him. He put his head in my lap.
Rocco was burned and covered in ash.
You knew that he was probably running, scared for his life.
Whatever we didn't know about treating burns, they learned so quickly. It was a really well-oiled machine taking care of these animals.
With care, Rocco recovered and has since been adopted. Other pets are still looking for homes.
And people just could not find a place to live and ultimately, heartbreakingly, made the decision to surrender their pets to us.
Biggs is one of those dogs.
He was extremely shut down for several months.
He sit for me?
Good boy.
With a lot of time and patience, Biggs is finally doing better.
He's really come around to just being an absolutely incredible dog.
All right, you ready?
Kristen Sullivan was a volunteer who sadly had to take Biggs to his kennel when he was surrendered. So she was thrilled to be the first person to take him out when he recovered.
I cried 5 times that day, out of just sheer happiness.
The shelter has also opened its doors to pets who need a place to stay while their family figures out the next steps.
We're just doing the best we can to make sure they're getting out of their kennel, they're getting exercise, they're getting love, and hoping, for the best that their families are able to find a place where they can take their family members back home with them.
And Pasadena Humane is still taking in pets that were not affected by the fires, like this 2-year-old bundle of joy named Marley, who needs a home. Caring for so many animals means the shelter needs donations for their pet food pantry.
We gave out something like 11 tons of food and supplies. And the prior year was maybe 1 or 2 tons.
Along with the food, they can use treats, bedding, leashes, and toys.
Everyone from staff members to volunteers make sure that when those donations come in, they're connected with families that really have a need.
Volunteers with a new sense of pride for what they have accomplished.
It's heartbreaking. It's extremely humbling also, and I am so grateful to have been part of that.
And the work that is still to be done.
The staff was amazing. Watching them work, it was one of the proudest things I've ever seen.
This week, we have shown you episodes of our docuseries Palisades and Eaton Fires, Devastation to Determination. You can watch all the episodes right now on NBCLA.com and our NBCLA YouTube channel.